All right, guys. We got CLEM in the top left side of the map. Oh, do we have heart rate monitors? Wait, did we have that this whole time, guys? Did they have that in the previous series? I literally didn't notice that till now. That's crazy. CLEM, the French hometown hero, of course, in the top left for Team Liquid. In the bottom right side, we've got REYNOR for Basilisk. Looking fantastic. And he's in the red, CLEM's in the blue. So they might have to swap those player cameras around because... yeah. The actual player color is blue and red, but they've just got the frame kind of positioning on their cameras incorrect. Just make sure you guys keep that in mind. REYNOR's heart rate pretty low, 113, 124 for CLEM. CLEM can sustain an incredibly high skill level of play at a very high heart rate. REYNOR can as well, but REYNOR definitely, I think, as his heart rate gets higher, he loses kind of overall situational awareness. He tunnel visions a little bit. And I think that's a bit more problematic as where you've kind of got to manage a few more things because you're not going to be able to dictate those frontal engagements as frequently as Terran. There's going to be a 2-Rax Reaper opening up against, Hatchcast Pool, so we can get a quick link speed to defend. Chat says frame rate is actually, the heart rate was not there in the last game. This is new for this game, apparently. That's good. Something just beeped at me in my apartment. I'm not sure why. This Airbnb has a lot of things, a lot of appliances that beep at me, and I don't know why. You guys ever been at someone's house, staying somewhere, you don't know, the appliances beep at you, but you don't know what they're trying to tell you? I don't speak binary. Microwave, stop beeping at me. Like, I finish using it, and it'll just beep me, and I'm like, yeah, the door's open, I'm letting it air out. And it's like, no, close the door. I'm going to keep beeping at you till close the door. I'm like, what? My appliances don't do this at home. Rotron comes in very early for REYNOR. Guys, is he going to try and all-in this? Remember, here on Gressfin, there is a natural wall-off for CLEM, and there's no ledge. Like, it's going to be somewhat vulnerable. Oh, this is really interesting. Okay, Lings and Queens defending 4 roaches already on the way. The problem with this is it's so hard to hide what you're doing. But I guess with Ling speed kicking in, he should be able to. He needs a lot of Lings, though. I think REYNOR has to be careful. He wants to hide that roach popping on the natural, which means he needs to go. He's got a very quick Ling speed. I think the Reapers might realize this, but you can't kill that with that many Lings. This is a bad chase for REYNOR. It will hide the roaches, but I think he's going to lose a lot of these Zerglings. Oh, one of the Reapers actually got surrounded. Okay, very nice. That was kind of lucky. The Reaper grenade actually got the Zerglings to bounce around the Reaper. Does get rid of one of them, but the Reapers, I think they find the roaches. I'm not sure. Does he know about it? There's no bunker. Does he not know about it? Okay, he sees it now. One of these goes down. The other ones go down. 3 Reapers down. That's a big percentage of his DPS. 2 bunkers trying to build. Losing all 3 Reapers means he has very little damage. It's an aggressive start for the series. Look at REYNOR's heart rate, guys. It's spiked up to 160. Yes, that's good for him, but he's got to stay calm as he executes this finishing blow. He needs to take down the depots as quickly as possible. It's 19 workers, 29. That double bunker will get up. Now, remember, he doesn't actually need to stop the bunkers. He just needs to make the barracks lift, and like get rid of the barracks and factory is a win condition in of itself. Ooh, Roach Ravager looking really good, man. Those SCVs, they don't pull back. Okay, 2 SCVs eat a bile. The Roach Ravager moving in, but the bunkers are full. There's like 6 Marines, 1 Marauder, and actually REYNOR's treating this like an all-in. Ooh, okay. I mean, he is going to be continuing to mass Zerglings. If he can wrap around the far left side of the mineral line, that's the best bet. His Lings should actually come in behind the bunker, I think. Oh, Biles go down. Pretty good bile spread. 1 barracks has already fallen. No lift on that, but the Cyclone's out. Cyclone's going to, of course, put him on a timer. It's locked on. That Ravager does go down. The command center giving vision. That's going to put REYNOR on a bit of a time. He's got to get in there. The depot's down, but I don't know about this. It feels like REYNOR's going to lose a Ravager now. Oh, can he get the Cyclone? No, the Ravager does go down. No death animation there. There is a bit of a weird bug with that. We've notified the organizer. They said they're not sure what the bug is on this. Ling's coming around the left side. Can he get on it? Oh, okay, very nice. Can he get the Biles, though, to actually take out the bunker? He's going to take out a lot of these repairing SCVs. The Ling's getting massive amounts of surface area. Is it enough, though? I do not think so. The bunkers hold, the tanks hold. REYNOR a bit too all in. And imagine if he'd started droning up and just denied both barracks. I think there would have been the transition possibility. You guys let me know. Maybe I'm incorrect on that. But I feel like because he could stay there and just bile the barracks down with like 20, 30 Lings and a bunch of Ravagers, I think he could have absolutely smashed. Because the problem for Clem would be, even if he survives with more workers, there's no counterattack potential. Because he doesn't have any he doesn't have any production. So even if Clem had more economy, he would basically have to rebuild his production, restart a third command center, and just be sitting there for a long time. But the Lings going in, it costs a lot, and you can see Clem is calm. Look at that heart rate, 111. REYNOR 170. And you can see at the moment he got the engage on the Reapers, his heart rate spiked because he knew, I haven't been able to hide it. You know it's coming. So there's that part. His heart rate going up because he's worried. There was also heart rate going up because, I caught the Reapers. That's good. You know, it was a bit of good, a bit of bad. He knew it escalated the situation. He's going to go for round 2 right now. He's hoping that Clem tries to chase him out here. He's got Mass Ravagerling round 2 building up, but Clem scans. Clem just scanned his natural. Clem scans his natural, sees no workers there, and that is all that matters. I know, guys, I know I don't have camera control in this, so I can't show it, but we just saw it on the minimap, and that scan is huge. He's just got to hold. That's all you need to do as Clem. Hold the position. Tank's doing really well. Biles will take care of this bunker in the wall. Tank's getting another shot off there. These Ravagers will deny this. And REYNOR's just stuck in this all in. And if Clem didn't think to scan, it might have worked. But look at that. He re-walls it. Oh, excellent play here. The Ling's getting shredded, and he's going to tap in a second. Yeah, not working. Good surprise tactic for REYNOR to attempt. This was Clem's map pick. If you're going to all in, do it on the Terran's favorite map. It's a map where REYNOR had... Sorry. Well, the siren's going off for Terran. I don't think he had any faith in his ability to stop the 8 racks. That siren is what you hear as a Zerg going up against an 8 racks on Gressven. He said, I can't stop Clem's 8 racks on this map. Let's go for an all-in. And, of course, Clem wins map 1. All right, guys, REYNOR in the bottom left side of the map now on his map choice, Persephone. Hopefully not too tilted from that. I mean, his heart rate was very spiked up in that first game. Got to stay calm. REYNOR definitely, with the heart rate, it's crazy high. I do wonder if like a sports psychologist mental training would be good for REYNOR. Because REYNOR to me feels like the sort of guy who would like spit on the ground and tell you to screw off if you talk to him about talking to a psychologist, sports psychologist or something like that. But I often think those are the people where if they could actually be motivated to do it, it would be the most helpful for them. They are just a coach, coaching your mind. Maybe just do some breathing exercises and stuff to get your heart rate under control. I think it's really important because I know I always had a problem with really high heart rate, and the reason I talk about this is not because I think REYNOR's, what a dum-dum, he's bad, but I really do idolize guys like Serral, who are just so calm and stable under pressure, guys like Cure, who are in the most intense defending an all-in position or doing an all-in, and their heart rate just stays very low, they stay very calm, because there's a lot of unforced errors that crop up when your heart rate spikes like that. Your hands get shaky, you misclick, you get tunnel vision, it's just not good. It's really bad in my opinion. So definitely something which would, I think, be worth. I think Basilisk probably keen on that sort of stuff. They do love their sports science and everything. So they are Basilisk research group behind the team Basilisk. They're very, very tech savvy and data driven company. Oh, that drone did just go down. Great snipe for Clem. Good moral victory for him early against REYNOR in game 2. It's a nervous system trait, so it's hard to change. Yeah, I mean, it's all psychological though, right? It's all mixed. Physiology and psychology, it's all mixed, and it's hard to change. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's also hard to get very fit. But you can do a lot of running and you can do it. So it actually makes a massive difference. But obviously everyone's gonna be somewhat different. But like you can be like, oh, but some people just have higher heart rates, Pig. I'm not talking about a higher baseline. We're talking about REYNOR has a very similar baseline to Clem and whatnot. Now, funnily enough, Clem spiked after he killed that drone. And you can tell he's getting a bit excited himself. But I don't really see his play drop. When I see REYNOR's heart rate spike from 110 to 170 almost instantly in an intense moment, 160, 170, that's a real high. That's real high. That's hard to play good StarCraft at that rate. So that's actually a problem. That's gonna impact your play, and we see mistakes happen from REYNOR getting unfocused. So heart rate isn't the end-all and the be-all. It's about staying calm under pressure. I think people sometimes think there's a disconnect between those two things. Physical and mental, they're intrinsically entwined. They are basically the same thing. Good run by, guys. Oh, there's no queen! There's no queen in the main! Uh-oh, he could get so much, even with those Hellions so low. So much mining time, 3 drones already, and he's got more Hellions rallying in behind it. But, oh, can Reynor get back on top of this? This is a scary moment, because this could tilt Reynor off the face of the earth as well. Just because he's stressed right now. This is so hard to deal with. His heart rate is staying really low and stable, which tells me, I don't know if it's disconnected or what. Or has he actually just found Zen in the moment of defending that? That tells you he's defended 43,000 Hellion run-bys before, if that's accurate. But it does seem unusually stable. Either way, I'll stop tunnel visioning on the heart rate. I just think it's an interesting thing. It's just one little bit of information that ties in with the way the player's playing and the way, you know, the execution, all that sort of stuff. Intrinsically entwined. My boy's wicked smart. That was not a Boston accent. I only realized halfway through what I was reading in chat what the quote was that I was reading. I tried to change it at the last second. I don't know what came out. I apologize. Batchy gets 2 drones there. Yeah, there's no... Chat saying there's no way that 110 is correct. It's so stable. Obviously, if you don't have a good connection, it is what it is. Double eBay after 2nd and 3rd barracks. Very standard play. Clem hasn't really swapped to any of these super fast double engineering plays that are all the rage in Korea since about a year ago. Year and a half ago. Dallas 2024. Actually, wait, wasn't it Dallas this year? I think it was Dallas this year where Maru showed some excellent builds. Yeah, it was this year. That's where we cast it from online. Banshees get a single drone, push a queen back, bit of mining time. Reynor's economy's in the dumps, guys. This is a very bad situation for Reynor. I think you can see the stacked up damage from the early harassment. You might look at it and go, what? Similar supply, similar workers, what are you talking about? What you need to realize, guys, 5 barracks are finishing right now. He's getting the reactors on all of them. 4th hatchery is not even up yet, and if it gets cancelled, he is screwed. Reynor needs not just a 4th, but a 5th and a 6th hatchery because that's his production as a Zerg player. So he's behind on production. His upgrades are way behind. He doesn't have Bane Speed started or whatever tech it is that he's choosing to go. He's simply just a bit behind the curve. And you're going to see when all these reactors finish, the Terran economy is going to be good enough to just support massive, massive production of Marines, Widow Mines. You're going to see the Terran supply spike. And you never really want the Terran supply much ahead of Zerg, but I think in this game he might get a 25 supply lead. Maybe even more, especially because we're going to reach that point where there's Stim Marine Medevac starting to trade really well. I don't know what Reynor can do. Usually I'd say do a Ling run by, but Clem's going to be in his face. I don't know if he can afford to split any Zerglings off to do those run bys. Here we go. Ling's going for a surround. Hellbat's taking some damage. Ooh, okay. Good transfuse on the Overseer. I do like that transfuse. And he will be able to hold on, but nonetheless, I think this is still a good trade for Clem. Gets himself a queen there at the end. There is still a creep tumor behind him. He's still dancing. Clem, of course, not known for his ability to calm himself down and kind of put it back in his pants. I would say most of Clem's success actually comes off of rather crazy cavalier aggression. Oh, couple queens going down. Almost gets the last one, but not quite. But Clem's now got a Widowmine Marine parade push. Reynor on only 73 drones. He's in a massively problematic situation. Oh, no. The queens are going down. I think it's just too much damage from those 2 Hellions getting in against the first few Zerglings and queens. They just did so much. And from that point onwards, if Clem gets a few Hellions in early, not to mention the Reaper getting a drone kill at the very start, almost getting a creep tumor after that. I mean, this is just Clem getting control of the game early on and dictating from that moment forth. This is a very big momentum shift in the Terran player's favor, and it's really unfortunate for Reynor because it's always hard to take down Clem. But right now, off of the back of this start, oh man, it is going to be an uphill battle. All right, guys, going into the next map. He's in a dominant position. He's looking very relaxed right now. I say is he did have a little bit of a tense like breath and head movement there, but hey, you're playing Reynor. You know you got to bring your A game. Reynor, guys, do I see the knee up? Is REYNOR playing with the knee up right now? That's wild. Maybe the heart rates were reversed in that start one. The knee up in it while pro gaming is insane. He's got the e-girl knee up. Hey chat, what's going on? I'm just having such a rough day. You know how it is. Like it's so casual, but maybe this is part of his thing. Rain is like, this is how I get my psychology under control. I put the knee up as if I'm just screwing around in some League of Legends games. We're just gonna chill. We're just gonna have it, you know, it's just another game on the ladder, hanging out, just like home. You know, you want to try and be comfortable like at home. That's awesome, man. I would, when I would get tilted and I would get tense, I would start twisting around, and I used to put my knee up and cross my legs over and do all sorts of weird things, and it would always just lead to me getting more tense and playing worse StarCraft. But REYNOR looks chill, so I'm curious to see what he does with this. He's gonna go early gas pool, very quick link speed again for REYNOR, and he's still mining gas, which tells us he wants to do is potentially a Roach Ravager Ling all in, or at least keep that option open, or at least make it look like he could do it. Oh. Chat says this is just the seeded version of the Crane Equilibrium, advised by Mr. Miyagi in the Karate Kid original film. That is true. He needs to know that putting the knee off is considered rude unless he's wearing fishnet stockings. Oh my lord, chat. Whoa, look at that Evo chamber timing, guys. Is REYNOR going to rush melee? Surely not. I think he's going to go carapace. Super early, 2-base carapace. Interesting. Interesting. What is that about, do you guys think? I have no idea. What's he going to do? All right, Reaper's getting chased. Should be able to get that. Oh, this is quite a lot of lings. Okay, that's going to put him in the dark. Does Clem take any precautions? SCVs to the high ground, starts a bunker. Okay, this is good. The fact that REYNOR is so all in game one, he's done such a non-economic opening, rushing link speed here. He's getting a good reaction for what is only building like 4 more Zerglings than he normally would have anyway. Oh, guys, chat just told me, I missed it. Apparently REYNOR's heart rate just spiked as his leg went down. That might just be from the leg going down. His heart rate's still looking low. Carapace coming in. That's going to be done very early. It is a Banshee build, though. Banshee's a bit harder to deal with, I would say, with these fast Carapace builds, because your lair's usually quite late. Third base is now, of course, coming up for REYNOR. A bit later than normal. I'm actually uncrossing my own feet right now as I cast, realizing I'm in here for a long day, guys. This is only the upper bracket finals. Loser of this plays Sarah. Winner of that plays the winner of this in the grand finals. I better keep my heart rate down. I gotta keep myself cool, calm. Oh man, I wish I could observe. I'm my hand's hovering over my keyboard. I want to swap between unit tab and production tab right now, but of course I am not observing. We just have a very nice, very good quality clean feed. Shout out to Comeback TV, of course, for running Maestros of the game, guys. This is a 20,000 USD prize pool tournament run in Paris for this final day with the top 4 players, and I have just a small group of content creators. Coca, Funka, and TKL host this. Has been amazing. For those who missed the opening show, oh my gosh, they literally performed a StarCraft rap song on stage at the start. Sounds lame. It was not. It was really good. Funka used to be a music teacher, and they've made like really good covers. You look up the CLEM song they did. It was a Despacito cover, but of course it was Clem's last name, Desplanchito, I believe they changed it to, but it was top notch. Look that one up if you haven't seen it already, just to get an idea of the creative chops that the French scene is blessed with. They have some of the coolest StarCraft commentators in the world. Venue is a 2 or 3 story bar with just tons of people up on like the mezzanine. Lots of people all cheering. The players as they walk out, walking through. All the fans, everyone's having a drink, having a good time. The casters are behind the bar, which is awesome. Oh, Hellions are going to get in here. Only 2 drones, though. I think that's okay. REYNOR just needs to make sure he doesn't chase. Because remember that late lair? He can't chase the Banshees. They've got Cloak for a little while longer. Oh! Oh, one of the Banshees just died. I know there's no death animation, but one of the Banshees just stayed a bit too close to the spore. Some people straight, you know, Icarus went too close to the sun. That was an Icarus Banshee, went too close to the spore. Oh, he's doing it. I was wondering this. I didn't mention it because I thought it was too far ahead to predict, because he's going to play fast ultra. He's going to try and skip Banes and go straight Ultra off the back of a couple of Infestors. So REYNOR, with the really fast single Evo upgrades, is going to do that. Now he's got 1-1, so he's going to start... Problem is he's a bit gaslight. He needs +2 Carapace as well. He wants a very fast... I think he goes Hive, then +2 Carapace, and then he builds 2 Infestors. No, okay, there we go. Carapace first. So he's going to go Carapace first. He's going to be rushing Ultras out here. Does CLEM realize what's happening? I doubt it. I mean, there's not really any tells of it, but he's got a good early push in that tank. Oh, this map is so good for tank positions. Look at that tank. It's in this nasty little corner where Lings can't really get on top of it. The Lings are going to run in first. Tank shot does crazy friendly fire. CLEM. Oh my God. CLEM's like blowing his cheeks out. He looks so frustrated. I could just see the moment he looked back at his army and saw his Marines surrounded by Lings, his cheeks blew out. He had that kind of exasperated, like, you could tell he was going, doing that blowing out of the cheeks. That is a frustrated CLEM. His first push just got shut down. He now has to play the long game. Guess what? Hive's already on the way. An Infestor's on the way. This is an amazingly streamlined build. Skipping Banelings and just racing ahead to that next step. Spore Crawler's there as well. Single Banshee comes in. Gets a drone. REYNOR can just pull the rest away. Overseer is no doubt on the way as well. It's what's so good about this build, for those who don't understand, it's a very mineral-focused build. He's just gone up. Merci. Looks like the observer there. I'm not sure who's observing, but saying a bit of thanks there to the French commentary, no doubt, for giving him a shout-out. Essentially, you get to stay 2 or 3 gas early on and just supercharge your minerals, which means more queens, more zerglings. And it means you can get your extra 4th base, 5th base, macro hatchery all started a lot earlier, and it just kind of supercharges your production. But he's got to deal with another push. You got to watch out for fungal, though, CLEM. Oh, look at the surprise fungal. Here we go. You got to go with the Lings, though. Oh, he only hits 4 Marines. Okay, not as good as he was hoping for, but 1-1 upgrades are there. Zerg's way ahead on +2 Carapace, so I think he should be A-okay. And I think a Spore Crawler down on this right side might be called for. 77 workers for REYNOR, the Ultra Cavern. Adrenal Glands and Burrow are all on the way. Ooh, Marines do unload on the low ground. Oh, he's being so annoying. CLEM's chucking a CLEM right now, guys. Just trying to be a nuisance, but REYNOR gets on top of it. He handles it well. Overlord on the left goes down 82 drones to 70. Hello. CLEM's trying to find value, but I don't feel like he's getting much, man. A couple of Marines go down there. I think that's perfectly fine for Ray. He's only got 1 Infestor. That's the one problem I have with REYNOR's style, but he's so good on his upgrades. +3 Carapace has started. He's adding Banelings now. He's like, hey, you know I have Infestors. You kind of have to respect it a little bit. I'm going to build 1 Infestor and nothing else and just go Ultra Bane. And, of course, as you guys know, Corruptors are very necessary. And that's the one thing I'll be shouting about if this game goes for 4 or 5 more minutes is if he adds Corruptors to Ultraling Bane, oof, so good. He's got the Burrow Infestor behind. He could trap that Bio. He does have 3 Infestors, actually. Oh, not bad. Can he get the Widow Mines before they burrow? Oh, he doesn't have an Overseer, which means that Widow Mine gets a big hit. He's got to build an Overseer. I don't think... Oh, he does land a Fungal, but he's still fighting on a ramp. It's dangerous. Another Fungal lands. Oh, these Fungals looking juicy. Very nice, but the Infestor stays above ground. I'd love to see REYNOR pull that one back. 4 Ultras on the way. CLEM knows he's got to get damage done right now. He knows he's up against a fast Ultra style. He's trying to do damage before the Ultras are here, but I think he realizes, okay, I got a hatchery snipe. That's all I'm getting. I got to get out of here. The Lings are going to try to run in. Those tanks will get toasted. When I say toasted, torn down is probably a better descriptor. I don't think Zerglings use flamethrowers, Pig. Oh, the Infestor Ultra! You can fight with the Fungal! Ultra Kindness Plating wasn't ready, so he does pull back, but if he landed a Fungal, I think the Ultras might have shredded that. There was only 2, though. If there was a 3rd Ultra, he definitely could have taken that fight with the Infestors just behind, of course, a bit chaotic. He's already building the Spire to deal with the Libs and the Medivacs. Oh my gosh. The Corruptors added to Ultraling Bane, it just rounds out the whole comp because you suddenly get so many Medivac and Lib snipes so easily. This is fantastic play for REYNOR. Really, really well done. And down 0-2 on Pylon, a very good map for Terran. This is what you need to do. You need to bring out your A game. If you don't crush this game, like, you know, which you need to crush to win Pylon against CLEM, I'm telling you. There are top Terrans, top Zergs who could play 8 games in a row against CLEM on this map. I would favor CLEM to win every single map. Lings trying to run in. Oh, Widow Mine gets a pretty good hit, but the Lings still getting on the worker line. Oh, he does lose a base with a few workers, though. Corruptors can't be here soon enough. The Bio shoves a bit aggressively, though, and the Ultra counter gets 17 repairing SCVs and a Planetary Fortress. More like a Planetary Deadtress, because much like a Buttress, it's dead. That didn't make any sense, Pig. I don't even know what you just said. 18 SCVs went down. Great hold. Yes, he loses another hatchery, does REYNOR. Clem's back on his original 3 bases, though. There's an Infestor behind the front lines, 7 Ultras, 55 Lings, 3 Infestors up against 14 Marauders, 18 Marines, 5 Libs, and a few Medevacs as well. Thank you very much to the subs, those watching live. Really appreciate you all. Thanks for liking, subscribing if you're on YouTube, by the way. And don't forget to check out the Patreon in the description below if you guys want to go above and beyond to support. Thank you. Ultra Infestor hanging out. The Ling run by is really nice. Just burrowing Lings, delaying that 4th, being a nuisance. And now as REYNOR's Corruptors join the fray, he should be able to defend this bottom left, surely. And this is so dangerous for Clem. Because if this ever gets caught by Fungal, not to mention if Corruptors jump on top of it now, he's going to be in a dicey spot. Ooh, Ultra's saying, hey, Clem, you can't have your eyes everywhere at once. Oh, that's big. He ran Lings in the left side as well. Meanwhile, main army still kind of hanging around the front, just being as annoying as he can. He's going to burrow some Lings under the command center, which means he needs to drop another scan to get that one down. And guess what? Corruptor's coming in from behind now. Not to mention the Fungal. He doesn't Fungal it. Oh, REYNOR looking elsewhere. He missed the Fungal. He missed the opportunity to Fungal is what I'm saying. Supply drops coming down. The Ultra burrows next to the wall off. What is going on? It's pure chaos, but I think Zerg has just too many units, right? The Infestor's a bit too far behind. Oh, he does land a nice Fungal on the left side and a decent one on the right. The Ultras, though, running a bit too far ahead on the right side. 2 of them do go down with so few Corruptors. He's not really killing the Libs very quickly, so I think this is an overextension for REYNOR, but takes out a few Liberators. You want to have usually about 6 or 7 Corruptors. Of course, with only 3 or 4 at the start of that fight. It was taking him a while. Infestors are there underground. He doesn't have much meat to his army, REYNOR. REYNOR's got to rebuild and be careful because Clem's still got 80 army supply. I love that burrowed Ultra, guys. That is so funny. I cannot wait for him to unburrow. And it looks like the Widowmine. Oh, of course Clem does this. 13 minutes into the game, so much to manage, and Clem's just like, I can macro while doing this. He just keeps retargeting the Widowmine to stop it from firing. He's such a D-bag. Who has that much APM? And the funny thing is, you know, he's jumping home in between. He's like, put it on a control group, and he's going home building like depots or whatever and upgrades, and then jumping back to it to retarget it. Oh, Clem, you cheeky bastard. I do think REYNOR should have enough of an edge, though. He's got decent creep coverage. Bottom left base is a bit exposed, which means he's only on 5 bases, but I think he's so active with these Ling run bys. And now look at that Corruptor count. His main army, though, only 2 Ultras. So he does need a bit more Ling Ultra, especially if he gets some Banes in here would be really nice, but his Ling counters are tearing it up. Clem thinks, oh, you're a bit exposed, but I mean, if their Fungals can land, don't know if that's going to be the case. Another Fungal does go down. Oh, and you can see the Medevacs get just rinsed. I mean, look at the Corruptors getting so much value. I know there is a bug on some of the death animations, guys, but that is really brilliant play. And it does look like that whole army is going to get chased back. Hatchery did survive as well. The Marauders, 3 of them, cower behind the Planetary as the Lib goes down. And these Corruptors just having a party. I think REYNOR says it's time to unzip. Those Corruptors look like they've been drinking beers all night. They haven't broken the seal, guys. They've been saving up for this moment, and they're just looking for a primo target. You know, a nice spot to challenge. See, where should we unzip our flies, and where should we desecrate the Terran base? But Clem's got Marines everywhere right now, so I think the Corruptors aren't really finding a target. And there we go. Corruptors are going to just join the Ultraling on the front, try to take out these Medevacs. They also drag a few Widowmine shots away. And with their 2 base armor, they do pretty decently at tanking these Marines, but couldn't quite take out the Planetary. It's going to fall back for a moment. There are a few Widowmines there. No Overseer in the mix. He's having to use Fungal as budget detection. 14 more STVs did go down, though, and REYNOR is a rich boy. 76 workers to Clem's 32. Clem basically has a handful of Marine Marauder. You can see without the Medevacs as well. This is what the Corruptors do. A fight can finish, and the Terran's like, cool, time to heal, and then they're like, wait, I don't have any Medevacs. Like, the Corruptors just add so much value throughout these engagements, and if the Terran's already a bit behind, the Corruptors are what allow you to just put them in the ground, make the fights way too costly for them. The Corruptors finally unzip and do take a leak on that Planetary Fortress. REYNOR looking cool, calm, and collected. Guys, I gotta say, I support the knee-up strategy. I think it was a genius idea. And Clem there, he says, oh, that tastes a bit saltier than I was expecting. Is that vodka in that cup? Jeez, calm down. Oh, All right, guys. Looks like we're going to Tokamak. That there is a power generator if I've ever seen one. I mean, that's definitely how power generators work. Random Zerg in test tubes. In the bottom left side of the map, doing himself a nice early extractor trick, of course, representing Basilusk, the Italian stallion, the 2021 world champion, 2020 runner-up, 2022 runner-up. That's right, 3 world championship finals in a row. It is REYNOR. Also 3-0'd Serral earlier in this tournament. Not sure if this guy's too happy about that. I think he knows both of these players are big problems for him. Representing Team Liquid in the top right, it's CLEM. Clement. Oh, I totally forgot about predictions, guys. Yeah, sorry, we're running the stream a bit different today. I totally forgot. If any mods want to run predictions on these games, go for it. I think Hero won Game 1 with the Cannon Rush. So yes, if you guys want to pay out the prediction on the first game of Hero Serral and start some game-by-game predictions, go for it. Sorry, I'm just like, oh, this is a different setup with the clean feed that I've got. It's a bit, I'm like, oh, and I just completely forgot about predictions. Sorry about that. Thank you, mods. Appreciate you all hanging out. All right, 2-Rax Reaper again. Clem just wants to put the pressure on. It's a good way to get control of the game, and I got to say it's frustrating because it feels it limits what you can do as a Zerg. It's kind of like an early skill check. You need to have a nice, clean, early defense as REYNOR, or you end up playing the Terran's game. So this is a great way for Clem to just put the pressure on early, control the pace, and put the pressure on REYNOR saying, hey, if you make a little slip up against these Reapers, you're in trouble. And then in come the Hellions with them, and it's another skill test. And then there's the Banshee, you know, or the 2-on-1 or whatever it is. You've just got these layers of pressure. It's usually, especially if you're a by feel kind of flow player who likes to just get in the groove and out mechanic their opponent with APM and muscle memory and just good tactics, which is very much Clem's style, putting pressure on early is good. If REYNOR had managed to win with the all-in in Game 1, it may have scared Clem away from this sort of opening, but of course Clem held, and I think he's just feeling like it's very safe. A good micro from both sides. Reaper just tickles the Lings, damages the drone, nothing crazy. Third Queen's on the way as well as Ling speed. REYNOR does leave on gas again. Oh, another drone goes down. Yeah, that's got to be frustrating. REYNOR should, you know, don't get me wrong. It happens sometimes, but it shouldn't be happening twice out of 4 games, losing a drone to the early Reaper or Reapers. Not just for that. If they dive in the main, it's more acceptable, but that one was a bit too easy of a kill, I would say. Hey, okay, one of the Reapers goes down. This is really good for REYNOR. And now REYNOR's kind of trapped him. Yeah. Oh, this is great. Okay. So it goes from really, like, kind of sloppy, losing a guy, to, I think, pretty good. And I think he can block him with these 2 Lings. Yep. Nice. That Reaper goes down as well. 3 Reapers for 1 drone and 1 Ling. All right, so what's going to happen? The drone's going to go over. He's going to build a 3rd hatchery, but once again, Evo chamber before 3rd. So he wants a quick carapace. Not quite as quick as in the previous game, but he said early carapace is what's going to allow Queens and Zerglings to go toe-to-toe with the Marines and partially the Hellions as well, but mostly the Marines of Clem. It is a 2-on-1 build, as we can see. Actually, is it, though? Oh, it's not. No, because the starport's up in the main. So he's actually going to go Hellion Banshee. Interesting. 3cc Hellion Banshee follow-up. 2nd barracks now building a reactor. Oh, Hellion Liberator. You know what? Liberator rarely finds value at this level because the players are so good at dealing with it. But Clem is one of the best at just unsieging it, sieging it, moving it around, forcing a reaction. And we'll see if he can catch REYNOR maybe a little tunnel visioned on a fight at the front, something like that. Maybe just catch him a bit slow to react. Dude, REYNOR's heart rate is so low. He's actually looking very chill. This is part of the reason you practice so much, is so you can kind of allow yourself to go on autopilot a little bit. It's not really autopilot, but like it frees up your mind so you don't have to spend any brain power on the basics because they just come so naturally. And you can be much more perceptive about what's happening in the game and thinking about your opponent, because your side, all the basic stuff just comes second nature to you. That's where I think REYNOR is right now. And it's after the first 2 games, I thought we were going to see a 4-1, maybe a 4-0. If REYNOR can keep up this demeanor, I think he's got a good chance of bringing the series back. Oh, 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 he gets the wraparound. He gets the wraparound. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, Clem tilted, guys, as he should be. He got like 2 Zerglings there for 6 Hellions. It's a disaster. And he knows about the lib. Easiest defense of your life. Oh my gosh. Only thing that's happening is REYNOR is missing Injects in his main right now, but he's going to go Hydraling Bane, it looks like. Or actually, is he going to play Hydra Infester, guys? Hydra or Hydraling Infester? He might play Banelingless. You know, Banelings aren't too popular right now, except as a late game addition. Oh my gosh, he gets in! The Lings are going to get in. But he didn't, he felt like, we're going to take a few more tank shots. He does pull back. I think pulling back might be the right move. Maybe he could have gone in, got a few SCVs. I don't think it would have been a crazy good trade. Oh, Liberator comes in from behind. Sporkrilla says, nuh-uh. Hatchery does get cancelled on the 4th. Medevac's going to go down, though. I think it's okay to lose your 4th there. It's not great for REYNOR, but it's okay. I think it's acceptable. And you can see units lost tab massively in REYNOR's favor. He goes for the Infestation Pit after the Hydra Den. Yeah, he's going to play Ling, Hydra, Infester into Hive. This is beautiful. Does REYNOR try to secure a 5th base now? And if he can keep his creep going, because Clem's aggression has crashed into the rocks of REYNOR, and you look at that wave crash over the rock and you think, wow, what force there is. And then the spray clears and you see the rock has not moved an inch, and that wave has disappeared. And that's kind of where we are in this game. It feels like REYNOR is a big set of sea cliffs. You're gonna need to smash these sort of waves against him for a few thousand years to wear these down, unless Clem can start to find a bit more efficiency with his army. 4th and 5th barracks, 2nd factory going down for Clem. Finds a cute little engagement there. +2 carapace, almost done, but not quite. But he's been fighting with +0 Marines against +1 Zerglings. Finally, his +1 attack's about to finish, but in about 30 seconds, +2 armor will finish for Zerg. So pretty late upgrades for Terran. Definitely not looking too clean for Clem. So he goes for a 4th command center and up to 8 barracks. Armory's a little delayed for him as well, which is going to keep him even further behind on upgrades. And REYNOR's going to try and go quick Lurker. No Infester just yet. Has Pig talked about the high body count of spores? Oh, like one of those street interviews? They're like, what's your body count? And the spore's just there, looking kind of coy. It's like, oh, what? Lady never tells. Sorry, Twitch chat. What are you guys talking about? The medevac's are going to pick up and pull over to the left side. Marines are going to drop on the bottom right now. I mean, if a Spore Crawler does shoot down a full medevac, though, that's instantly a body count of 9. The medevac and the 8 Marines inside. So that's a pretty good one. Shout out to Twitch chat. Oh, Hatchery's going to go down. Juicy Snipe. That's good. 275 minerals plus the drone. 2 Vipers are on the way along with Seismic Spines. It's the Lurker range upgrade. +2 ranges on the way. Of course, you can't really afford +3 Carapace and Vipers and Lurker upgrades and Lurkers at the same time. So we'll see what REYNOR prioritizes. Is he about to hit 300 gas? Could use that for the Carapace, but hard to afford that. He might just hard skip it to get more army. No, he starts it straight away. Okay, REYNOR's knuckling in for a longer game. He tries to take the gold base. REYNOR's got to keep his army split. He can't be clumping. His whole army's very clumped right now. I'd love to see REYNOR have half his army roaming up the left side of the map, half on the right. You can see that whole top left side of the map is empty on vision. But Clem, he sent this drop home, and that means it's giving REYNOR time to just calm down. Clem sees in the bottom right side that REYNOR's whole army is in one spot. I think, actually, is that all Overlords? Or maybe he has split his army at the 3rd. I see a big blue blob there. Surely that's not all Overlords. Lurkers are morphing. Vipers. Abducts. Oh, dude. Abducts on these medevacs are going to be brutal. He's going to go for Parasitic Bomb. I don't like it. He's got Hydras. I think that was clearly an abduct moment. I think if you kill the hatchery but you lose 20, 16 Marines and 3 medevacs. It's a bad trade for Clem. But he gets out, saves everything. He can repair these up, heal them up. That's really good for Clem. I think you always should wait for the abduct in these situations once you've got Hydras or something out. But he didn't want to wait. He was like, oh, I better throw this now. I think he missed an opportunity there, did REYNOR. That gives Clem a bit of room to get up to these ghosts. Keep in mind, ghosts are 3 supply now. And I think Clem's much better in the total game than REYNOR is. But he's obviously behind his Clem, right? He's trying to get to 6 command centers. You need some extra orbitals for the long game. He's got Vikings to deal with potential Nidus worms. REYNOR is sitting at home for a long time, and I worry he's given a bit too much time to Clem, because I don't know. If there was lurkers coming in from different sides, and Ling army trying to break the 3rd base on the right side, like, could Clem really have defended that? I'm not sure. I just would have liked to see an attempt to break this right side base. Double Nidus Worm does go down. Oh, he's moving forward. Clem's going to take this ridge. That helps him secure the base to the right side. Yeah, I think REYNOR's got to make a move sometime soon. He's got a bit of a bank advantage, but I think losing the hatchery that got killed and he had to take this gold base, he's also just killed some of the mineral patches by knocking the tower down. The blue mineral patches, so I guess he just wants free passage. Oh, he's going to do the rogue strat, 12 overseers. I think Clem knows how to deal with this, though. I don't think Clem is that weak to this, is he? I mean, this is going to APM drain Clem. He's going to drop mass changelings and just keep clicking them in. The way changelings work, even if you have detection, your units have to be right-clicked onto or A-clicked onto the changeling to take it down. You can just right-click, by the way. For some reason, a lot of people for many years in StarCraft 2 didn't know that. They always thought you had to A-click on a changeling. You can just right-click your units on it. But it's still annoying, because if they just keep coming in constantly, you got to keep clicking on them over and over again. It's just frustrating to have, like, it's a big APM tax, and this is something Rogue used a lot. You can see, though, Clem is one of the better ones at doing it. When Clem first died to it, I'd interviewed him about it, or I asked him about it, and on Discord, he said he thought just leave a lib or 2 in the main, and they'll defend any lurkers that pop out, and you'll be fine. It's not really a good strategy, was his initial read on it. It's a long time ago now, though. He's lost to it and defeated it a few times since. Here we go, Lingbane Hydra on the front. Bane speed not done. At least he knows it now, so Bane speed is upgrading. Nidus Worm in the back's going to get up. A lot of Ghost Viking is there. I think REYNOR maybe should have shoved the front here. He's getting out a few lurkers. They're just going to get taken out pretty quickly, I believe. Oh, he's in range of the worker line. Oh, Queens are going to come out as well. Oh, yeah, creep tumors. Just to be annoying. Why not? A couple of Queens will get sniped down, as will some lurkers. This is a real big problem. If REYNOR could shove that right side base at the same time, this would be massive. This is getting cleaned up. The snipes are getting really efficient. But a few bio units are dying. More lurkers are popping out. He's not able to break it. He doesn't have enough ghost energy to deal with it completely. Where are those libs that we talked about, guys? Where are those libs? You can imagine a few range libs would wreck this. Even 1 or 2 regular libs would help so much, but with no tanks and no range libs. Oh, REYNOR may just have found the way in. Lingbane Hydra's going to attack this side. Banelings are unfortunately rolling onto a siege tank and a refinery. But the Hydra Ling should be doing pretty decently. Dude, that tank in the back was doing good damage. Lurkers finally getting cleaned up in the main, but not before doing so much damage and distraction. Abduct there on the siege tank from the high ground. Command centers down here. There was like 3 command centers on that low ground. It looks like they're all going to die. One of them's lifted off. I'd love to see REYNOR go after it, but I think he's looking for blood. I think he smells it. He says, ooh, what you doing in my waters, fool? Clem, at this point, honestly, he really should be saying, not fishing, sir. But I think this is the point where REYNOR says, then why is this hook in my head, fool? And that's the point where you know you're going to get old Gregged. Because, I don't know, man. There's a whole lot of Zerg. They're going to swamp you right now. I think the command center either burnt down or did it float back and land? I do see a big red dot there. Big attack goes in. Massling from the left. All the tanks not having enough support. The tanks were in front. They all go down. There is 1 or 2 tanks in the back, but another orbital goes down. I think REYNOR just has too much Zerg on the dance floor. Their tank's going to suffer some damage. The ghosts as well. Banelings do get some decent hits. And that is the beginning. Well, I mean, not even the beginning. That's the comeback, man. He's tied up the series now. It's 2 for 2. REYNOR looking excellent. Shut down the Reapers. Shut down the Hellions. And much like Game 2, where Clem got massive damage with the Hellions and had a bit of a cakewalk, this time, REYNOR kind of dominates him in that early stage. To be fair, Clem still made that quite competitive, sniping the hatcheries, being really annoying. REYNOR really needs to keep an eye out on keeping his army split, but we now have a reset on the series. This best of 7 goes down to best of 3 territory because it's 2-2. So now it's like we're starting from scratch with a best of 3. This should be a lot of fun. All right, guys, going into the next game. It is going to be a few minutes break the players had there. They've gone to the bathroom, shaking their arms out, and now it's time to see who is ready to mount the Sandworm. Because that is this map, Sandworm. It's pretty small. My instincts tell me it's Terran favored because there's some nasty areas in the middle of the map. I think it's a decent option for doing a wild all-in as REYNOR. Maybe a Carapace Ravager Ling all-in or something like that. Oh, I don't mind iced tea, guys. Iced tea is good. So we were talking about tea just before. Iced tea is nice. You guys in the South put too much sugar in it generally, but you can have the unsweetened kind, which I know some people do have there. Not most. I've been to Georgia. I've seen the size of most people in the South. I know you guys don't have that unsweetened tea too often, but it is good. The sweetened one I can drink as well, but it is a bit much, especially when it comes by the gallon. But no, I'm not that big on like cold brew coffee or anything, but I haven't really tried it that much. I've had it like once and I was like, yeah, that's kind of nice. Iced tea is definitely, you know, I mean, that's always a solid beverage. I'm just not that into it. I'm like, you know. Chat saying they think Clem is Shai Hulud. Well, I mean, we do call him Clementhy Chalamet, guys. He does look a lot like a certain French actor. Not quite as much now that his hair's grown a bit longer, but... Alright, Hellions going down south. Isn't Shai Hulud the worm? Yeah, that's true. It's praise Shai Hulud. No, he's Lisan Al-Gaib. The Lisan Al-Gaib! And to be fair, I don't know if you guys have seen Diamond Terran players, but they do treat Clem like he is actually the Lisan Al-Gaib. They're like, damn, dude, this guy... They get excited. Carapace halfway done right now. Hellion Banshee for Terran. Second Evo Chamber up very early for REYNOR. So he wants to go for those double upgrades. I think that's fine. He's defended Banshees pretty well without early Lair, without early Overseers. So as long as he can defend these Hellion rotations. Oh, the Lings are in. Marines solid on the ramp, though. They will limit the surface area, but but the Lings break. The Lings break through, and that's going to be good damage, man. But he gets in the pocket. Very nicely gets in the pocket, and the SCVs actually do really well. Once they're in the pocket, they can all attack at once. The Lings can only barely attack, and look at that. He only loses 3 SCVs and mining time. He loses like 4 or 5 Marines as well. I think that's still a great trade. Pulls the Hellions home. Lots of mining time. 3 SCVs, 4 Marines. But nowhere near as it would have been against a lesser Terran. Apparently he got a mule as well, chat says. Ooh, and obviously anytime you're pulling off mining with mules, that's also a big cost. But yeah, apparently he sniped one as well. Laz on the way. Banshees are coming forwards now. Ooh, uh-oh. You don't want to take too many hits on these queens for free. Good pull away. Uh-oh, Lings are trapped behind the queens. Lings are trapped behind the queens. That's not good, but there are some Lings on the high ground. Oh, it's okay, I think. You might lose a couple of drones, but shouldn't be too bad. Those Hellions, oh, they find a nice little angle, and they will get an extra 2 drones. Very well played by Clem. I feel like that could have backfired really hard with how well REYNOR was prepared, but the Banshees are now out of energy. He's got to back away. REYNOR desperately needs to get that 4th base up, and now that his lair's done, he needs 225 gas for +2 carapace, which he's going to go for momentarily. Clem's the only foreign Terran that's competitive at the highest level, says Pentop. I think Hero Marines made a top 4 in a World Championship a few years ago. But, I mean, there's tiers to StarCraft, and the highest tier of StarCraft basically has Maru, Hero, Dark, REYNOR, Clem, Serral, max packs. And then there's a pretty big step below that, I would say. And yeah, there's no other foreign turns. I mean, it's really only Maru and Clem in that highest echelon of like 7 or 8 players. Oh, Queen's going to pull back. Marine's coming up the north side. Oh, dude, you can't have the snipe. The Lings are nearby, but I don't know if they're close enough. The Marines are going to dive for it. I don't know if he wants to fight this without Queens. The Banshees just did an excellent job of pulling those Queens out of position. Oh, he doesn't want to... Oh, dude, is he going to lose the Lings and the hatchery? This could be game. This could be game ending. This is so bad. The hatchery's so low, it dies. He gets the hatchery and a ton of Zerglings and a Queen or two. Oh, my lord. And he's on 8 racks. He's 8 racks. He's 8 racksing. He was building 11 Marines. Oh my gosh. Is that 8 racks then, or what? He's only building 10 right now. Maybe he accidentally went to 6 barracks? Doesn't look like an 8 racks. Fourth command zone is here. Any Terran aggression, hard to stop on this small map. Just too many Queens got pulled out of position. It's hard to establish the 4th, and that was the advantage. Even though the Hellions died, it distracted Reynor from getting his 4th up, pushed the creep back for a bit, and now he hasn't been able to do it. There is a quick hive coming in. He's going to try and play this into Infesta Ultra, but the tank positionings on this map are insane. I love that the Lings are going around, though. I just don't know if he can defend. Like, Reynor's going to get pushed back to 3 base here. His Lings need to get in. Will they get in? Will they get in? They get in! But there's a tank on the high ground! Oh, the depots on top of the ramp aren't raised. But they do get up. They do get up. Nice move for CLEM. That's going to limit the damage, and that tank's going to clean up all of those Zerglings. Meanwhile, Ling Infesta Queen cannot defend, and CLEM should have an easy road to victory because he has not made it to Ultras just yet. Seeing the Infestors, CLEM can pre-spread, put his tanks out, and just how do you possibly engage that? Well, what can you do? Like, he's up a carapace upgrade, but he spent so many Lings to get 11 workers on the counter-attack, and I think CLEM just coming out with some crisp early harassment. That follow-up snipe on the 4th was just so good. And Reynor needed a few more Queens over there. He's trying to play fast upgrades in this series. I think we might see a big change from him in the next game because you can see CLEM finds the window on Sandworm, gets in. Like I said, I do think this is a good map for Terran. Kind of short distance between the players. Big fungals, but he doesn't have the units to back it up. And that's always so tragic, isn't it? Reddit Point Marines can dance all day. I can dance all day. They fix the bayonets onto their knives so they can run faster. Does pick up those Marines as they were getting dangerously low there. He's going to try and unload them over here. Unsieges the tank so he doesn't friendly fire. And he's going to try and think about holding position. Oh, the energy infesta's going to go down. Ow. Yeah, Marine tank moving forwards. Clem's got a 4th behind this. 2-2s on the way for him as well. And of course, Reynor just taking a bit too much damage. Too early, unable to recover from that early damage. Oh my gosh, they're singing. The crowd's not perfectly mic'd up, guys, but I can hear the crowd chanting. I don't know what they're singing. It is in French. And I think they're very excited to see CLEM up 3-2. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this series could be ending on Golden Wall if CLEM can snatch this one. I think this is Golden Wall at least. I see an Urubu, the little bird there, flapping its wings. And some big statues. Very excited to see what's going to happen here. In the bottom right side of the map, the Zerg player, the man that needs to win this game and the next one to win this series, he 3-0'd. Or was it 3-0'd? 4-0'd? Sarah, I think it was 3-0'd from the upper bracket, right? Because it was a non-elimination match, so it was a best of 5. It is Basilisk's Reynor. And over in the left side of the map, guys, representing Team Liquid, it is CLEM. All right, guys, so Golden Wall. That whole bottom side of the map is separate. You can open the minerals up in the center of the map or from the edge of your main. It's bottom left of Reynor's main, bottom right of Clem's to gain access. That is a... Whoa. Guys, did Reynor just go for a 16 pool after hatchery? It's almost like he's trying to do a 15-15, but he built an Overlord before building the spawning pool. I don't know if any GMs were paying attention in the chat. I don't know if anyone caught that. Do you normally go for the spawning pool so early when you play gasless? I know he's going to go third hatchery here gasless, but I thought you would still just do a 15-15. Or you would do the normal, you know, 6-17 pool or something like that. Felt like it was earlier than normal. Because like he's building a queen really fast. At like the 15-15 timing, almost. It's maybe 2 seconds late, and then he goes for the third hatchery. Interesting. Now, this is Shin's build. Yeah, Reynor's doing... This is Shin's build, guys. This is Shin's build. Okay, so Shin does this build so you can't eBay block his third. See, right now, Clem's hanging out because he's like, I'm going to go block your third base. Ha ha ha. Let's see if he's going to get up there. Because, yeah, Reynor really doesn't want to take the other third. So Clem sees it, and he's like, oh, okay. I remember Shin, the first time he did this, he basically just did this to block his third from being taken out. Now, Clem doesn't realize... Well, actually, I mean, I guess he does. You can go in the main because there's no queen in the main. The problem if you do that on this map is there's no ledge to jump out of the main. You have to go out the same way you came in. Third is also a lot tankier against T-Rex Reaper because it spawns in so quickly. 100%. That's a good point from Carpfern. Third command center on the gold. Hello. Does the Overlord see that, I wonder? I think he probably saw the SCV go out to take that one. Hello. Ooh. Gas is starting to mine. So do we see roaches, or does Reynor still try to play lings? Normally you'd play roaches here, but I feel like Reynor has shown he doesn't really want to play roaches against Clem. I think he feels it gives up too much of his advantages, which is multitasking, movement, fast speed. He doesn't want to give Clem the initiative by going into a very static roach queen, no circling speed style where you're kind of stuck defending, and you can see still no roach horn, so yeah, he's going to go ling speed off this. Double Evo Chambers on the way. Super early for Reynor, guys. That is insanely early. He's going to need a second gas if he wants to support that. I guess the double Evo is partially to wall the ramp so that Hellions can't run in. Because he definitely won't have the money to support double upgrading this early on. But if you've played gasless, you've just got to let him getting into the base. Sorry, you've got to make sure you don't let him into the base. Cloaks on the way. Very straightforward for Clem. But he's got a gold base up against a Reynor who looks almost a little paranoid about these Hellions. I mean, as he should be. Game 2 is going to be fresh in his memory. Okay. Still no second gas. Lair starts up, actually, before going for a second gas. Interesting. And he's got that extra drone there ready to Evo chamber block if the Hellions run in. Spores starting in each base. Few Zerglings coming out as ling speeds close to being ready. I am surprised that there isn't an extra gas just yet for Reynor. I thought he'd try to squeeze that in, but I think he's basically said, hey, let's get 3 mineral lines up as early as possible and never dip below 16 workers on each mineral line, which is, it's a good philosophy because ZVT is all about getting a lot of minerals for your units. Oh, he's trying to use the splash damage to get the creep tumors. Nicely done there by Clem. Very fancy. All right, Carapace should be starting in a sec. We're almost at 150. There we go. Carapace starts at the same time as 1-1 for Terran. 3 more gases. Go down. 4th base building in the top right side of the map for Reynor. Started at just past 5 minutes. Clem going up to 5 barracks. 1-1 upgrades. I think just a 2nd and 3rd barracks building for now. I'm not sure what happened to the Banshees. Did he cancel Cloak, guys? Because there was a Spore built in each base relatively early. A lot of Queens here. And yet, it feels like the Banshee commitment was very small. Melee upgrade can start now as we hit 100 gas. Workers, and Reynor's so quick on his upgrades. Oh, extra barracks. Okay, 8 barracks it is. Clem does have to lift 1 to place that reactor differently, but Clem's going to go for 8 racks here. We don't know how committed the 8 racks is. Does he just no add-on go, 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 or what? Okay, he did go for the 2 Banshees. There they are. Always feels like they arrive so late. It takes a while for that Cloak to get going, but 3 drones, a nice start for him. Reynor's chilling on 69 workers with 9 more building. And REYNOR goes for a Roach Warren and a Baneling Nest, both. So he wants a few Ravagers to deal with any siege tanks with the 8 racks. So he's like, you know I've opened up Zerglings. What you're not going to expect is Ravagers. And if he can just get 3 Ravagers and a ton of Ling Bane, that could be excellent for defending this push. But, oh, where's the Queen split, man? And the late, he's had a lair finish for a while, so I'm wondering where the Overseer is. Feels a little sloppy. REYNOR losing 8 workers. I mean, he has a good work account. He can absorb those losses. It's 2 Banshees. It's an expensive investment. I don't think that's the end of the world. But his Overseer's out front. Doesn't want to pull that back into the main. He doesn't want to invest in a second one either. He realizes he's working with limited resources. Dude, 8 racks is not quite going yet, but it looks like it almost is. There's Widow Mines and Marines rallying. Dude, he's just going to start rallying. He's just going to go 8 racks Marine, Widowmine, no 2-2. 2-2s for losers, he says. I'm just going to go. REYNOR has no idea this is happening. He's got a few Roaches out. He's trying to morph some Banes. They're not quite ready. Clem's just going to shove it because he's a psycho lad. One Queen goes down to the Widow Mine. Another one lands in the Roaches. Good transfuses to buy a bit of time. Another Widow Mine does fall. Good transfuses for REYNOR. Actually, he missed the red hit point one there. Slight misclick, I think. But if these Lings could cut off the reinforce, that would be nice. I think when you're just sitting purely defensive, it can get really hard in this spot. +2 carapace begins for REYNOR, just seconds behind the 2-2 of Clem. Clem with his 3 base, gold boosted, 8 racks attack here, looking for the finish. Can you defend a 3rd base on that gold as REYNOR? He gets in there, but the Banelings only barely connect. It's devastatingly bad for REYNOR. He loses all of his Lings and a bunch of his Banes, trying to engage before Bane speed is ready. Oh, this is looking really rough. Trying to go both Roaches and Banes. He wasn't expecting to deal with Widow Mines there. Roaches and Ravagers are meant to be pretty decent against this, but he's really struggling. The Widow Mine does get a shot off there, takes out a Roach before it goes down. REYNOR does not have +1 range on those Roaches, and that's a real problem. The Widow Mines are actually doing okay here, even though they're suboptimal against Roach Ravager, because the Roach Ravager is only just getting its numbers together right now. It's really hard for REYNOR to hang on and survive. He's up 16 workers, he's up a base, but there is a 4th command center building. This is not an all-in, and I would have loved to see those Lings counter-attack. I think this was something that it's such a short rush distance. It feels terrible to do, send Lings away from your army, but I think he had to do it. I think it was the only way to hold this push off, because he just needed to buy himself a few seconds for this Roach Ravager number to get on top. Maybe if the Lings wrapped around as well from behind, he could have got that, but REYNOR, he's going to push the army back for a moment. Like, the army's very damaged. Oh, a Ravager does go down, though. There's still a big Widow Mine spread. The problem is he can't really chase this army, and that's one issue that he's struggling with. Spread some Roaches forward, and he does keep this Terran army permanently stimmed, which means it's struggling to heal, because every time feels like he should be healing, bam, he hits that stim again. When you inject those drugs way too much, guys, it has negative consequences on your side effects. Negative consequences on your side effects. I'm just going to let that one stand. You guys know what I'm talking about. Roach Ravager Queen coming forward. But REYNOR, he's fighting head on right now, trying to survive. The Mass Marine Marauder Mine will not stop. Not unless REYNOR can land some big biles or something like that. He's just going to keep going. There's so little creep spread. REYNOR's got a lot of Ling Bane getting mixed in, but those units are not going to find efficiency here. The 4th command center is getting up uncontested behind it. Just a handful of Lings would make a world of difference, but REYNOR knows if he sends any units away from his main army, he probably gets overwhelmed. He's barely hanging on as it is. Can he really afford to do so? I don't think he thinks he can. He is going to, for the first time, force a pickup. But look at that. Clem immediately unloads just meters away and stims straight back into the fight. Respite? A moment to breathe? What do you think, I'm an old man? Let's fight right here, right now. Clem throwing hands, just threatening REYNOR to fight non-stop. REYNOR, though, needs a second for his Zerg economy to get going. Needs a moment for Roach speed to kick in. He starts +3 carapace in the middle of this. I can't believe he does that. REYNOR here, I think he figures he should be able to do it with Ravagers biling down the mines. The problem is his Ling Bane are coming in such small numbers, they're doing effectively nothing in these engagements. The Roach Ravager Queen's doing well, but I just don't think the Ling Bane's really helping because it's a trickle and he needs a flood. He needs to save up a big load of Ling Bane and catch it all at once, but he's just not able to, and his medevacs are healing so well. Clem's micro, Mr. Despacito himself. He says, slowly is for losers. I stim, and I win. I play fast, I play hard, and I give Zerg no time to breathe. And I think that's what he's done here. I love the reaction to just go and build your command center on your 3rd base after seeing a very greedy build. He said, you can't be aggressive. You're doing a gasless opening. I'm going to build my gold on my 3rd base on the gold. Go for 8 racks and then just stim to win. A lot of Widow Mine reacted play, I think because he was expecting a lot of Baneling play. The Roach tech pivot actually was really smart for REYNOR. He just didn't quite have time to get it going. And that is, of course, why this is so unfortunate for him. He's just slowly getting worn down. The unit's lost tab must be absolutely tragic. This Marine Marauder, with all that medevac healing, is getting just such good value. And CLEM is so perfect with this micro. It's just... Sorry, guys. When he has you pinned like this, it's not fair. Like, he's not... Other Terrans might make some mistakes. He very rarely does, Mr. CLEM. When he's got you pinned like this and you're not able to distract him at all, it's a disaster. The Banelings actually clear a bunch of those Widow Mines. The Marine Marauder dancing. Dodging the worst of those Banelings. Does lose a few units. Vipers are coming out. Dude, if REYNOR hangs on here, this would be so amazing. The problem is there's a 4th base up, 5th base building. 3 3s on the way for CLEM. He's going to split a drop-off down the south. And you can see REYNOR's map vision is very minimal. So the moment CLEM changes it up now, REYNOR needs to be... I mean, I don't think he even has the numbers. Can he truly split his army to deal with this? I doubt it. Viper's there, but I don't think he has energy for Parasitic Bomb just yet. Roach, Ling, Bane chasing into that. We'll defend the south side. In the north, though, it's going to be tough. Ravager Bane's trying to defend. Drops a few biles down. Eats a few of his own biles as well as those Widow Mines. Does chase the army down south and manages to, I think, take out a few of those units. Oh, I think CLEM may have just dropped a Marauder on the Banelings on the south side as well. The mad lad. Viper does Parasitic Bomb these medevacs. Good damage, but CLEM's instant on the split because he's just got nothing distracting him. And StarCraft is a simple and easy game if your name's CLEM and you're dictating where all the fights happen. This sort of StarCraft should be difficult, but he just makes it look so nonchalant when he's in the driver's seat. Snipes the hatchery. Yes, he loses the units in the main, but the Liberator there even dodges some biles, just being so annoying to deal with. And with the 5th command center floating out, when you're up in bases on the Zerg, that is very, very bad for the Zerg. And fantastic for the Terran. I think REYNOR, it looks like he just was not able to deal with that gold base 8 racks. It got going so early. There's just so little time between the early game pressure and the mid game push for CLEM. It's like the game gets compressed because he's just so clean with his macro and his aggression so in front of your face in the whole early game, slowing you down. Ravager's trying to hang on. The Roaches trying to get down here as well. I do think the lack of range upgrades on those Roach Ravagers obviously hurt quite a bit as well. But there's always this awkward thing where you want to play Ling Bane. He plays Widow Mine Parade. You're like, oh god, I can't deal with that with just Ling Bane unless I have perfect micro. Really hard to do. I'll try to swap Roaches, but the Roaches just didn't get ready in time. Ling's not able to deal with it. CLEM with the double fist bump. A well-deserved victory. And I think that's one of the biggest obstacles for him in this tournament. The French flags are waving. REYNOR looks a little frustrated, understandably so. CLEM did not let him get going in that game. It was non-stop pressure from the start, right through to his game-ending push, which started about 5 minutes before the game ended and just never relented.